Hi there, this is a Pilates video to help keep you strong for your football practice. For anyone that doesn't know me, my name is Marie-Claire Dooley. I'm a physiotherapist and I have been a Pilates instructor for the past 10 years. And I also usually play with the lovely ladies at St Anne's Football Club in Bohernabreena in the GAA for mothers and others. So I can't be there at the moment for training due to isolation. So I'm sending this out there to help keep yourself strong and keep us fit and healthy. So this is going to be a Pilates workout that's going to help you work on your core strength, but incorporating moves for catching and kicking. And there'll be a lot of mobility work for your shoulders and trunk as well. You'll need a ball and a mat and a bit of space around yourself. If you don't have a ball, then you should have. You're a footballer. Okay, so no, you could always do it without the ball and just do the same moves. Please just do what you feel comfortable with, okay? I'll give you options to make it harder or easier. And let's go. So, starting standing. I want you to line up your feet, hip width apart like they're on train tracks. Spread them out and take a minute just to make the back of your legs feel very long. Continue that feeling up the whole back of your spine, finding your height through the back of yourself. You're going to continue on all the way up into the arms and now reach your left arm past your right like you're climbing a rope as high as you can. Now pass it out with the other hand and reach further. And again, and one more time. Great stuff, hands down. Put one foot behind the other, so your heel toe now. Starting to warm up the muscles that have to keep your balance through your core. And again, reach on up, climbing your rope, stretching this whole side seam of yourself. Reach on up, keep your balance. And again, reach through. One more time. Hands down, other foot in front, take a breath. Now make sure you're finding the length through the back of yourself and not through the front. Reach on up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down till they come behind your head. You're going to keep your feet heel toe and the bottom half of yourself isn't going to move. It's a bit windy out here, but we'll keep going. Twisting towards your front leg. Breathe out. Inhale, coming back. Keep your elbows open, shoulders down, spread out across your front as you twist round. Inhale, return. So we're just warming up. You're just getting that midsection of your back mobilized, freeing up. One more time. Step your right foot in front and get ready to turn to the right. Strong legs, strong center. Don't let this pelvis move with you. From the waist up, wide elbows twist round. Inhale, return. Chin in a little, breath out. And coming back. Go for 2 more here. And return. Last one. Let the hands come down. Now we're staying with a bit of mobility for your shoulders here. You can step the feet a little bit further apart, one for the other now. And we're going to let the knees bend and do toy soldier with the arms. So straight arms, one up, one down. One up, one down. Now a little bit of coordination. Can you bring the legs in with you? So everything stretches, then everything comes back to the center. Everything stretches. Stretch your arms, make space under the arms. One more each side. Change sides. But this time, I want you to start paying a bit more attention to your core, okay? So even though the arms are going up and down, you're not just letting your ribs fly about all over the place. You're going to switch on the muscles in your tummy, and you're going to keep all this working while the hands are working too. So keep this engaged, ribs stay melted down onto the tummy, even though the hands are stretching. You might not get as far. Come down, open up, think about your tummy, come down, open through. Now the back leg is really pushing 100% straight, starting to warm up the knees, ankles, toes. Yeah, got those ribs under control. And let's do 4, 3, 2, last one. Great stuff. Pick up your ball. Little bit of work for balance and starting to engage your center. You're going to bring your right knee up and then up overhead and up overhead and up. Toes up this time. Toes up. Got your balance? 4, 3. So make that trunk stay really long and strong. Last one. Change sides. Knee. And stretch everything out strong. Knee. Pull up your knee a little bit higher. Press knee into ball a bit. Stretch out. I might blow away on you. Stretch. And 4, 3, 2, last one. Great stuff. You can leave that ball up overhead and you're just going to do a little bit of a side bend, a bit of mobility for your trunk and all the way back to the start. Try and keep your hips over your feet, so it's really your trunk that's moving and you're not just letting your bum drift all the way over to one side. Just 2 more, so make the most of getting a nice stretch through the side of yourself again here. And 1 time. This time you're going to come over, let the ball drop down, let your head drop down onto your chest and roll up piece by piece by piece. Let the ball come up in front, side bend over. 4. Strong center winds you back up. Straight. 3. Well done. Press your feet down into the ground. 2. And last one. Now this time you're going to go over, let your head come down, let the ball come down, roll through to the middle and the front. Now roll back up, piece by piece by piece. Let the shoulders roll back and stay wide through both collarbones, even though you're going to lift the ball up in front of you. So you're here and not here, okay? Let the knees bend and we're going to do a little bit of mini marching, okay? Just to warm up the feet and ankles. Great stuff. Try and stretch out the soles of your feet. Come right up onto your second toe. So it's better if you're barefoot. I should have said that at the start. Now we're going to keep doing this, but now instead of like bobbing up and down, your head is going to stay still and it's just your feet that are moving. Yep. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ball down. You're going to roll down. Top of your head, top of your neck, mid neck, low neck, upper back, mid back, all the way down. Like your spine is a bicycle chain and you're moving each little link. Just go as far as you feel you can. Breath, tailbone under, pick up your tummy, stack up your low back. Going from bottom to top now. Now open, roll your shoulders back before you lift the head. Take a breath. Go again, rolling down. Now we're not just hanging down. It's quite active. It's almost like a sit-up and standing. So really curl up and over. You feel a stretch down the back of the legs. That's good. Go as far as you can. Breath in. And coming up. Now leave your head down. I don't know why I'm looking up as if I can see you. Roll the shoulders back last time. Breath in. And roll down. Now try and make sure the weight is a little bit more on the balls of your feet and you're not just drifting back onto your heels. Stretch for a moment and then come all the way down to the mat and lie on your back. We're going to work on a little bit of shoulder mobility, okay? So your knees are bent hip width apart, feet are bent hip width apart, and just lay yourself down there. If you really need a little cushion under your head, go for that, all right? Now from here, you're just taking the football up and letting it come all the way back, okay? So stretching through your shoulders. Hopefully, we've all got a bit of shoulder mobility there. If you can't get to the very, very end, don't worry. This time, leave it back there. Let the hands release. And when you're coming back down, really slice down with the side of your hand. Come back up and really think about how far can I really stretch, making my arms super long, and return. Let your hands come down and rest on that rib cage. And we're going to think about this again. So as the arms go over, we want to switch on a little bit, letting your belly sort of close together, like it's curtains closing together and then sinking inwards, okay? So we're not going to have so much effort that your belly is like puffing up like this. That's not what we're after. Your belly's going to close and sink, and it's going to keep that action so that even as the arms come up, you're not going to lose it. Do you get me? And over we go. So we're going to do that just twice. So your belly's together at the midline, drawing in towards your spine, and then return. Take a breath in if you can, but the tummy stays engaged. Breath out, over you go. Pick up your ball this time and come back. Okay, so we're going to continue with that. Keep your tummy engaged. Don't let it dome up with effort. And this time bring the ball to the knee. Push each into each other and then come all the way back, straightening your leg out, arms up without losing it through the trunk. Press down and then coming back. The kids are joining me now, taking the mickey out of me, knee into hands. No, don't, I'm doing a recording. Well, there's the St. Anne's jersey making a feature anyway, so that's good. And coming back.
Are you doing this with St. Anne's?
Yeah. 3 and 2. You go in and turn the oven off for me, please. That's 1. Change sides. 6. Now you should be drawing your tummy in a lot. Push knee into ball, ball into knee. 5. Don't let the ribs stick up and don't let a big space appear under the small of your back. And coming back, and 3, and 2, last 1. Now we're going to do 4 more. If you're feeling pretty good, you're going to do 2 on one side, 2 on the other side. If you're feeling very strong, you can do both legs together, all the way out, and then coming back. Breath out with effort. Breath in, return. Just 2 more. And back. And last one. Great stuff. 1 foot down, other foot down. And just like we've practiced with our roll downs, you're going to move your spine piece by piece with a bicycle chain. So tuck your chin in, Roll the very top of your neck, then the middle of your neck, then the low neck off the mat. Look down at your belly, check it's not doming up. Pause up here, take a little breath, and then back down, piece by piece by piece. Abdo prep. Breath in, breath out, come up. Keep your belly closed through the midline, drawing towards your tummy. Breath in, return. Now again, you can make this, you can stay as you are, or you can bring one leg up and just alternate sides, or you can do both legs. Now really tuck the chin in and look towards your belly, and then come back down, unrolling. Through you go. So it's only really the very top part of your spine that's coming up, and you should be working a little bit through your low tummy to really keep that closed and sinking. If your head or neck is getting sore, by all means support it. Put one or both hands behind there and just drop your ball for a few minutes if you need to, and come through. Can you go for a few more? 3, let's say. 3, and coming down, and 2, last one, and let's go for 1 foot down, other foot down, and just let the hands down by the side, edge your heels in closer towards your bum. If you've got a pillow, take it out. You're coming up now, again, spine, piece by piece, but from the bottom this time, tailbone, low back. Up you come into bridge position. You're driving up with your bum, don't let the rib cage get ahead. Stay here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, peel down. Little breath in, and again, coming through. Hold it there. 10 this time. 9, 8, 7. Now you're squeezing both sides of your bum. You're pushing both heels really firmly down into the mat. 3, 2, 1. Peel down, sticking down from top to bottom. Now we're going to do 2 more rounds. You can stay with that if you want to, or when you get up here, you can work at keeping this pelvis very, very stable, but see if you can come back to that mini marching with your feet for 10, 9, 8, 7, tailbone under 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, both heels down, peel your spine down, rolling, breath in. And if you're feeling strong and want to make it even a little bit harder, hold the ball up, shoulders are still back, come through. Feel like you're reaching up on your tippy toes, reaching that ball, and 10, 9, mini marching, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let that down, let yourself down, hug your knees. If you need to make the knees a bit wider, then by all means do. Take a breath. And can you come all the way up into sitting? So remember we did our abdo prep where we came into the first little part of a curl. Now we're going to do the top part of that curl. So to do that, you need to get sitting right up as if you were on a little perch. If you can't get into this position comfortably, you might want to put a little cushion under your bum or roll your mat up into a sausage and sit on it. Okay, and we're going to go from here. You're going to go from being nice and long and tall and let yourself curl, okay, into a C shape. All right, and then you'll scoop over and stretch all the way up. Hands back down, curl into that C shape. Stay curled, over you come, and then reach up, reaching up high with that ball. Curl. Over you go, and come up. Grab the ball, curl. If you feel you can keep going back, keep going, keep going, keep going. Now scoop through again. Reach up. Breath out, curl. So you're really using the abdominals, quite dynamic now, but don't rush it. And then coming back through, tucking in. Okay, so this is pretty hard. So not everybody's going to do this full movement. Some of us are just going to stay up here at the top. Others will have enough abdominal strength to lower down very slowly. But if your back feels vulnerable, then please just be kind to yourself, okay? Pushing through pain is not helpful. No pain, no gain is not what we're after here. Okay, and reach and through, draw that tummy in, over you go, and a nice long reach up, like catching, and again, keep that control going. We'll go for 3 more, and 2. No, this is 2. 2. Scoop, chin in, over, and last one, scoop down. Up for that nice big stretch. Hold it there if you can. Great stuff. Leave the ball and put it in between your knees. So you're just going to engage a little bit through the inner thighs. Come back down to the mat. Put your hands behind your head and just chill here for a moment. Okay, let your back spread out on the mat. Let your elbows open. Back through into that abdo prep. And remember, in standing, we did our spine twists. Twist to the one side, come back through the center into a hover. As you go round, don't let the elbow get ahead. Keep it wide. It's your trunk, think of your breastbone, taking you round, okay? The arms are just coming along for a bit of support for the head, really. Little twist, it's not going to be a big movement. And 2. Last one. Come back to the mat if you need to for a mini break. Exhale, come up and round. 6. Chin in, back to the center, check on your tummy. It's still drawing in, not starting to dome up. I've lost count. We'll go for 3 more. And 3. Breath in, return. 2. Last one, keep that chin in. Come back. And you can leave the ball on your tummy while both feet and knees come glued together and let them roll over to the one side, okay? But not your whole self is going. That's why you've got the ball here. And come back all the way through to the other way. So you're just stretching out here. Just let it all go. Let your belly hang out. Let your knees flop. A little bit of mobility, just easing out through rotation of that low back. Now, everyone's going to be different. If you don't go far, that's absolutely fine. But it's important just to work on flexibility as well as strength, okay? We've got the whole package here. And come back. And this time, come all the way over onto your side for me. From here, you're going to let yourself lie down, okay? Lie down onto this left hand. And I want you to think about where you are. So your ear, your shoulder, hip bone, ankle bone should all be in a straight line. You're not sort of crunched up, yeah? And then this part of your side, it's going to be like you're stacking the hips directly one up on top of each other. So you're not scrunched up through your side. So you've got to work a little to keep that there, okay? You can put your hand on top of your ball just for a little bit of balance while your top leg grows really straight and long now. And you're going to practice your kicks, kicking forwards and kicking back. But you've got to keep the trunk really steady and stable for now. So we're not reproducing what an actual kick would be, okay? Because you wouldn't keep your trunk really rigid. But for now, we're trying to work on trunk strength and a little bit of hamstring flexibility. So how far can you go without sacrificing all this? Pull back, keep that trunk strong. So for me, it works to try and give myself a little bit of a reminder on this top hip. But if you feel wobbling, you'd rather have the hand in front, that's absolutely fine. Should be a
bit of a stretch down the back of the leg as you go forwards, but mostly you're working quite hard through the tummy to keep everything stable. Try and go for 4 more if you can. And 4. If you need a little bit of extra stimulation for the brain, you can point as you go forwards, like you'd kick with the laces of your boot. Draw back, heel up, point, heel up, draw back. 2 more. And come back, and last one. Forwards, come back. Can you stay there? Just turn your toes up towards the ceiling and then back towards me, up towards the ceiling, back towards me. So you're turning the hip in the socket. Okay, this is like a little bit of self-care for your hip. Got to maintain that hip mobility. 2 more, you can do it. Last one. Now let that leg come down, let it have a little rest. If it's sore, give it a rub, should be okay. Pop yourself up and you're going to come over your ball here, okay? Elbows right in underneath your shoulder, okay? And your side should be resting on the ball. And now you're going to push your elbow down enough that your side lifts up off it, okay? So even that in itself is going to help us with shoulder strength. So if somebody starts to shoulder into you on the pitch, you're going to feel strong through here. And then if you have the strength, you're going to come all the way up into a nice side plank. If it's helpful, it makes you feel big and powerful, spread out that top hand. And then after another few seconds, 3, 2, 1, you can let the bum down, but don't completely collapse down onto the ball. If you feel strong, you can do the same thing with the legs out. Come through, but the legs are straight, and you're lifting up into your side plank. Hold it there, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, coming down. Stay lifted, don't completely collapse. Now for me, it's my head that gets tired here. Try and go for 2 more. Strong shoulder, so really dig that elbow down into the mat. Don't come over the top, okay? Try and stay open. 4, 3, 2, 1, coming down. Give that head and neck a little bit of a stretch. Last one, the ribs are still melted onto the tummy, so don't let them stick out with the effort. Keep in that long straight line. Keep it going, and 6, 5, 4, pick up. 3, 2, 1. Fantastic work. We'll go all the way through onto the other side. Lying down. Hand on top for balance if you want to. Ear, shoulder, hip bones, ankle bones, all in a straight line, so don't have these feet too far in front or behind. Spread out your top side, lengthen your top leg, and strong center as you kick forwards. Feel the stretch down the back of the leg a little. Drag back. So feel like you're moving your leg through water, okay? Imagine a resistance that you're kicking forward and against. Now, if you think, this is too easy, which you might do, and you want to keep working on your kicking strength and that hip stability, but you want to add in a little bit of core work, you can come up into that shoulder position that we were just in a minute ago and continue to do the same thing, okay? You're just adding in that little bit of oblique work and a little bit of stabilizing through your shoulder. But if you're happier in just the long lying position, then just stay with me here. But you might think, I might get a little bit further as I go along. I'm still keeping that side long. And 2, last one. You'll have realised by now that I'm really crap at counting. I never can figure out where I am, so I just keep going. Turn the hip in the socket. Oh. Now for most of us, one hip is going to be a little bit more sticky than the other, okay? So just do what movement you can. It might be very small. Come down, take your ball underneath the side, okay? Now, I've only got wee short arms and I can get it in here, so you should be able to too. And have a sink down on it for a moment.
and then push your elbow like you're really trying to imprint under the mat. Lift your ribs off it. Side plank. Hold up here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the hips down, but don't collapse. If you feel you can, take it out on a straight leg. Keep the top shoulder stacked. And let's go. Side plank. 7, 6. My screen is blowing a bit in the wind, I'm sorry. 4, 3, 2, 1. Touch down. Now we're going to go for 2 more. If you need a little breather, just take one at any point, okay? This is for you. It's supposed to be enjoyable. And go. Stretch up, long and strong. 7, 6, 5, 4. Try and keep your head in line with your spine if you can. It's a struggle for me. The neck gets tired. Mini break, just enough time to inhale, fill up with energy. Now think about from crown all the way through the whole length of yourself. Keep that top side stacked. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touch down, come down, and you're going to be delighted. I know you're not going to get down yet. I was going to let you lie down, but I've changed my mind. Come through just so that you've got one foot up into a kneeling position, okay? And if you can stay here, kneeling on the ground, and we're going to do toy soldier arms, okay? So you're going to do right leg forwards, left hand up, and come back. Coming back. Got it? Got the hang of it? Now, if you're feeling strong, you're going to hover just off the ground. 4, 3, don't let those ribs escape. 2, last one. If you're feeling really strong, you can add in some work on your jumping in this, okay? So you'll do 4, 3, 2, last one. Great stuff. Change sides. So you can do all jumps if you want, or you can come all the way back down. So this time, right hand going up and slice through the air. Get ready to hover if you're going there. And tuck your bum under. Don't let this happen. Last one. Stay there if you want to, or leap. Not so strong on this side. And 2, last one. And now I'm going to let you come all the way back down onto the mat, and you can lie right down on your belly. So we've done a lot of work for the front of ourselves with all that abdominal work, and we have to balance it with a bit of work for the back of ourselves. And that's what we're going to do now. This is called breaststroke prep. So, if I have enough space, laid down, your arms are out. You're in this sort of cactus shape with your arms. Start with your forehead flat on the mat, and you're just going to pick up your hands. Just your hands, that's all. Hold them there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's harder than you think it's going to be. So if you want to, just stay with the hands. If you can, you're going to pick up hands and elbows so that then the arm is level, but it's just clearing the floor. 3, 2, 1. You're doing both arms, even though you can only see my front arm. And then if you feel you want to progress again, you let the head join in, but it stays looking down. And it's a kind of double chin action. There's no looking up. Breath in, arms and face. It just clears the floor. Hold everything there. 3, 2, 1, come down.
If you're really feeling in your low back, you've got to stick with just the arms for now. Breath in, prepare. Hands, elbows, face. The important thing is just to come up and no more. Don't try and come too high. It won't make a difference. Come down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, float. Keep holding. Keep the elbows and hands level. Calm down, breath out. Stay on the ground. Inhale, prepare. Exhale up. Chin in. Now it's tempting to start looking up. Really keep that chin in. Eyes down towards the mat. And fold. I'm getting a bit grumpy and shouty. I don't know why that happens. Let's just take it nice and easy. And go again. Just float. Stay there. Breathe. If it helps the low back, you can think about tucking the tailbone under a little bit. Pick up your tummy away from the mat a touch. Come down. We're going for 2 more. Now, this is not usually a fan favourite exercise in all the years that I've been teaching classes, but it's really important to create that balance between the back of yourself, strength through that upper back and shoulders. Okay, last one. Double chin. Hands float. Stay there. Come down. Now let yourself completely rest on the mat for a moment. Take a big breath right into the back of yourself. And then push all the way up onto your hands and knees. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. I want you to find a nice neutral position through your back. So you're not all the way sticking your bum up. You're not curled like a bridge. You're just in the middle, okay? And you use your tummy, pick it up away from the mat to maintain that flat back idea, while you take one leg, slide it out and make it grow longer, longer, even longer. And it can float up, but only so much that you don't start to lose it through the back, okay? So you've got to keep the tummy picked up and the whole self long. Come back down. If it helps you to really, you know, concentrate the mind, you can put the ball onto your back. I won't be able to do it now. I should have thought of this before I started. And then as you lift the leg back, you've got to keep that ball steady and come back down. Keep it steady, keep it steady. Yeah, what do you think? Is the balls rolling around all over the place? Pick up the tummy, keep that back steady, lengthen through. This will be my party trick at the Christmas night out. And again, lengthen on out. Use your bum, use the thigh, pick up the tummy and return. Can you do 2 more? Now, if your hands or wrists get sore, you can always come up onto your fist if you'd rather. And come back down. Last one. And through. So this is really about core control, okay? It's can you make your leg move, but in the background, that deep powerhouse is working for you. It's protecting your back. Lovely. I don't think I'm going to be as good on this side. I think that ball is going to go. Yeah. Now tuck your chin in. Don't let your chin start to stick out with effort. Squeeze the bum, lengthen the leg even more. It doesn't so much about how high you get the leg. It's more about if you can maintain the trunk control and work at length. Again, I've lost count. We'll do 3. Keep your shoulders away from the ears. Don't get too bunched up. And 2. Last one. Now, you can ditch that and you can have a little stretch.
Look up, arch, stick your bum up in the air, curl, chin in, tailbone under. Let your back become like a humpback bridge. Try and feel the very highest point. Go the other way, breathe in. Let your chest get through your shoulders, look up and all the way through. Now again, for some of us, it might feel uncomfortable, and don't really force this movement, okay, into this arching position if you don't feel comfortable. Or if you're someone who's just watching this video randomly and I don't know you, this is not good for people who've got any osteoporosis in their back, okay, so don't be ramming your back up into this position. And return. Long arms, push into the mat. Last one. Nice stretch. And through. Take your left hand behind your head, elbow wide. Turn. Hello. Have a stretch. And come back. And again, strong arm turn. And come back. One more. Change sides. Just stretching out the mid-back. Return. And two. Last one. Step through. Let yourself just drift forwards. So you should feel a stretch in the back, the front of the hip, the back leg, but on the front of the hip. Okay. Now we're not worrying about trunk control or anything now. We're just letting it all ease out. If you feel a bit dodgy on the knee, you can always fold your mat over, make it a bit more cushioned, but really work on tucking your tailbone under. And I'll get a nice stretch through the hip, through the groin. Now you're going to come back to the center and then take that front leg straight and toes up. Can you do a little tip forward like you're taking a bow? You've done a lot of hard work now. Hold it there and coming through. Grab your ball, take it behind you. So you're opening up your shoulders and reaching your arms very, very long. Can you take your bow now? Make your arms even longer, and you're going to do 10 little lifts. 10, 9, don't get round, get long. 8, stretch the hamstring. 7, squeeze the arms, keep them straight. Last one. Great stuff. Switch sides. Other leg forwards, just drift forwards, opening up the crease at the front of your hip. If it helps you to sort of let your belly stick out and lean back a bit, that's fine. As long as you don't sort of hinge and just hang on your back too much. Keep the tailbone tucked, scooped under. Come back, front leg straight, toes up. You feel a bit of a stretch in your calf, a bit of a stretch down the hamstring. Take a bow. That stretch should increase, but your body's still open, long, strong. Take the ball behind you and straight arms. 10, 9, 8. Can you keep all your fingers in contact? Feel how solidly you can hold on to the ball. It's all psychological. 4, 3, 2, last one. Brilliant stuff. Come down onto the mat. And you know, a lot of footballers would be a bit tight through the hips, so there's a little nod to some injury prevention here, okay? So if you can, put your legs in this sort of zigzag position, okay? And the further that you can get this knee back, the better of a stretch it's going to be for your hip. If this is just not available to you, you're going, what is she doing? Then just go cross-legged. That's totally fine. And you're going to make yourself like a mermaid. or a merman. I'm not sexist, okay? And you're going to float through the sea like you were Poseidon, god of the ocean, or Ariel, whatever floats your boat. But feel like you're just winding down now. You're letting everything flop and go. Last one this way. And change sides. Yeah, get there if you're going to get there, or if you're cross-legged, put the other leg on top. And now you're under the sea again, floating the arms, stretching the body, stretching the hip. You might edge back a little bit more. One more each side. Come back. Well done. That's you. Okay, so I hope that's helpful. Just you can do it whenever you like to keep you strong for football. I miss all my teammates. Keep up the good work, and hopefully we will all be together again soon, and I'll be back joining the team. But in the meantime, stay safe and stay strong, people. Bye.